As you may know, I've covered many cryptids on this channel before, but I want to try out something new. Instead of focusing on just one cryptid, I want to try to focus on 3 creatures in one video. The main difference here will be that for each creature, I'll be focusing on one particular sighting. Be sure to let me know what you guys think of the new series. With that, we'll begin. Take a look at this picture. What does it look like to you? A demon? Mothman? Something else? On January 1st, 2017, someone named Richard Christensen posted this picture on Facebook and wrote, "What the hell do you see in this picture for reals? Anybody?" Christensen claims the picture was taken on the south side of Tucson, Arizona at 7:48 p.m. on New Year's Day. Since posting this, over 100,000 people have seen the image, and a lot of people have differing opinions on what is actually being seen. One person said this was a frontaline demon, whatever that's supposed to mean. Other people who agree with the theory that it is a demon think this is some sign of end times. The theories get even crazier than that. Remember that last video I made about CERN? Well, some people think this demon came from a portal that CERN opened. Then there were others who believe this is Mothman, another cryptid I've talked about on this channel that originated in West Virginia. There's also a much simpler theory that has been proposed here. Some say this isn't a demon or any other mythical being, but actually it's a palm tree. At first I was a little skeptical of that, but if you really look, it actually does seem like it could just be the silhouette of a slightly misshapen palm tree. Especially because if you look to the left of the image, there does seem to be a palm tree slightly in the shot, so we know there were definitely palm trees in the area. Honestly, that's what I'm guessing. Snopes ended up contacting Richard Christensen to ask if he took the picture. He said that he was not the one who took the picture, and that he found it at Goodwill. I'm not really sure how he was able to know the date, time, and location of the picture if he just bought it at Goodwill, but maybe all that information came with the picture when he bought it or something like that. Believe it or not, this actually is not the first time that Richard Christensen was involved with some type of viral media. In 2015, he found a cat trapped next to a fence on a freeway that he recorded himself rescuing. After the cat was treated, he adopted it and posted its progress online for everyone to see. Personally, water cryptids are the scariest to me, just because I find the ocean itself pretty scary. Some common water cryptids are the Loch Ness Monster, Nessie, and versions of it from other areas like Bessie from Lake Erie and Tessie from Lake Tahoe. Well, there may possibly be another water creature like this lurking in Alaskan waters. So take a look at this. Someone from the Bureau of Land Management in Alaska took this video and posted it online. And at first, it had a lot of people confused. The only thing we can really see clearly is the ice floating in the water. We know that this ice has to be attached to one entity, since the ice is following itself. The question is whether or not the ice is attached to a living thing. In this video, we can see something beneath it, but it's still really difficult to tell what it is. This eventually made its way to the news, and they were just as confused, discussing what they thought this could have been.
So my first thought would be a sturgeon.
Yeah.
But sturgeons dwell at the bottom of lakes.
It looks like an alligator, which we know it isn't. They don't live
It does look like an alligator,
but it looks like
yeah.
a cold water alligator.
Some theories people had about this were that it was a sturgeon, a bull shark, or even a salmon. The only issue with that is that ice would not be able to stick to a live fish. So we were still left with no answer as to what this was, until this whole thing finally got debunked. The Alaska Department of Fish and Game took a look at this footage and came to the conclusion it was most likely a piece of rope with ice stuck to it, making its way down the river. That would explain why the ice is following itself like this. I think this next cryptid is the most captivating one. I've heard of several flying cryptids before, including my favorite one, the Thunderbird, but I've never seen anything like this before. I'll just show you the entire video of the sighting because it's only 11 seconds. So I have no idea what that is, but it looks almost like some type of squid in the sky or something like that. The person who posted this video did provide some information about it. They said this happened in Arcadia, California on February 2nd, 2017. The creature in the sky didn't move at all, it just stayed there in place as we can see. They first noted this at around 12 o'clock noon and kept checking up on it until 9 or 10 o'clock that night, and always it stayed there. They went to sleep, and the next morning it was gone. Finally, they said it was extremely big and extremely high up in the sky. They go on to rule out some explanations based on that. They say it couldn't be a plane since it didn't move for a very long time, and it couldn't be a drone because of how high up it was for so long, and it was really windy that day. They also don't think it was some type of advertisement because of how high up it was. Now, I know it is possible this person could just be lying, but I don't think they were. If someone were to fake this, it's normally for attention. I doubt this person was looking for attention because their video is unlisted, not public. And don't worry, I emailed them before and asked for permission to include the link in the description of this. The only reason I was able to find the video was because they posted about it on my forum, which is practically dead right now, back in February. They never even reached out to me or anything like that, so I believe this was not a hoax or anything like that. One thing I thought would be interesting to see was to see if anyone else in that area had seen that. So I did a quick Google search for a cryptid sighting in Arcadia, California on that date, and I was not able to find anything about anyone else who saw this. As for actual explanations as to what this is, I honestly don't know. It could have been some type of sky creature, who knows? But if you want me to try to look at it from a different perspective, then there are a few things it could have been. I've seen some videos with pretty big balloons shaped as different things that could potentially look like this from a distance. However, I don't think that's what it was. If it was a balloon, then surely it wouldn't stay in one spot for hours like that. There is one detail that could hint at what this is. The person who posted this said it was very windy on that day. With that said, maybe this was some sort of kite. If the kite were tethered to something and then left there, and if it were windy enough, then I can see how it might have been able to stay in a place up in the sky like that for hours. Although I'm not entirely sure if a kite could reach that height, since it's still difficult to figure out exactly how high up this was. But that's my guess. Either a kite or a legitimate unknown creature. And that covers the 3 cryptid sightings for this video. Hopefully you guys like the series, because I really had a lot of fun making this video. If you want to see more episodes of this, let me know in the comments, and be sure to list other cryptid sightings you want me to take a look at. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.